Your time is now to become a champion of your real estate brand. Are you ready?
Welcome to the stage, it's your moment to shine. Level up your game, success is on the line. Okay, your time is now to become a champion of your real estate brand. Are you ready? Let's go! The Champions Podcast starts now!
So yeah, my week's been super interesting. I am exhausted, I think is the word I'm looking for. But it's okay. It's not, it's cool. I've always done like bar and restaurant work and stuff. I have like, well, I don't know, 7, 8 years experience doing that, like before real estate anyway. And I've always liked it. Actually, it helps me a lot through life because I was always extremely shy and introverted. I'm still an introvert, but bar work brought a lot out of me that I didn't know I had because I had to speak with people. I had to deal with people and be in front of people. So, I kind of developed all that and it was cool. And I really enjoy it because you're just like, you're talking with people and you're not like stuck in a office or anything like that. So it's nice. This is different to anything that I've really had experience with before because it's not just a small bar or restaurant, it's a resort. And there's a lot of volume. And it's like 8 hours a day where I'm on my feet
Hustle.
all the time, like running. Yeah, it's just pure hustle.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy. My feet, not so much. Like if you can imagine, I try to give you an example as well. Like if you could imagine the buffet area of a hotel, like where everybody goes for their breakfast or their lunch and it's all like help yourself kind of food, not like where you get served or anything. It's all self-service. And then they tell you to sweep it and mop the floor. It's like all of this? Like, yeah, like, oh shit, okay. And when I was 18, that's fine, but now, man, I get back and my back is just killing me. And it's like those kind of things that I'm trying to get used to back into the swing of it all again. But they got great systems, they got great leadership. The people that work there are really cool. They're fun to hang about with, so it's good. And the hours are good in a sense that I can still do my real estate stuff. I've been having appointments, doing listings and all the rest of it. I was supposed to have a bunch of work this morning. It got cancelled. So I decided to take the morning off of real estate and we went to the pool instead.
There you go.
Yeah.
Soak
Because
those
I don't
feet.
have the days off anymore. So I try to do what I can with the family.
Yep. Yep. Well, and that's the balance. You made a decision. You got to shift these gears, do these things, get back on track, and I applaud that. That's where a lot of people we got to look at that and how does it happen, especially when you have a Spain where you have that lull in the year, come
Yeah.
July, August here, it's a hard press. So,
Yeah.
that's where it's a good time too to check in on the rest of the organization, right? To see how they're holding up and what they're focusing
Yeah.
on and yeah, how are they planning to come back after this? Not only you, but take yourself in your shoes and see what they're working on. Um, so yeah, it's super.
Not only that, but I have, oh, let me see. I have one guy. Well, it's actually there's a partnership. It's two guys, but I think one of them's only joining at the minute. But so I've got one guy joining. He has a physical office. Um, because a lot of people come, it's like the Christmas New Year thing where people are like, oh, I'll start fresh in New Year. So people think of changing brokerages. Like, oh, I'll finish out this year and then I'll start fresh in the new year with a new brokerage. Um, we see that as well with the summer. Like, oh, I'll wait till summer's finished and then I'll start fresh somewhere else. And so I have one guy joining. I don't know, he had the contract yesterday, I think, so he should be any day now. And I also have two agents that already left that want to come back. Um, it's interesting because I think they didn't take full advantage of EXP when they were here. And then they left because they weren't selling much anyway. But I think when they left, they realized like how alone they were. They there was no more support, there's no more marketing systems, no more CRM, no more whatever else. And when they have to try and figure things out on their own, it's a lot harder. So, and although they've been at other brokerages, I think they know that EXP is probably the one that offers most value to agents. So they've decided to come back again. So yeah, it's definitely a great time of year to check in with the agents that are already here, but I think it's also a good time of year to bring on some more new agents.
Mhm.
People are looking for a change.
Yeah.
They're going
Well,
there'll be this change after summer, and then it might die down a little bit, and then there'll be the new change after Christmas and New Year as well. So that's
yep,
usually when we have a bit more of an influx, right,
yep,
of people looking around and just seeing what options are available.
for sure. And think of this as you run EXP Spain out there. Something that Birgit and I are putting together in September. We're going to start business planning. And the
Yes.
goal with this, and the goal is so agents can implement it in October, November, December. So the goal is to get them an uptick come January, right? Put the pieces together now. And it's funny, I was talking to an agent in our AAC here in Indiana, and and we were talking about this in-person event that we're doing in November. And she goes, "Oh, I
Hmm.
think it's a great time because a lot of people business plan then." And like it was like a gut punch. Like for her to say that to me, like I was just like, dude, that is like so late in the game. January 1st shouldn't be your reset date, right? You should do Q4 of the previous year to start implementing your next year. Like I want agents to start thinking that way. So, so while you're doing your thing out there, think of that. And if that's something you want to grasp as well, we could share ideas of what Bergen and I are going to do in September to start getting these agents and say, hey, here, let's get goals, let's get, where you want to be, how you're going to get there, and we're going to help you. But you've got to plug in, you've got to do all these things. So, and I don't want to complicate it. I want to keep it super simple, but at the same time, I want them to have a game plan. Um,
Yeah.
and I think that could be help. I think it could be huge for all of us, right?
Yeah, I definitely think so because, well, if you think about you think about the 12-week year, it's basically a business plan every 12 weeks. And I
Right.
remember specifically at the beginning of well, I assume at the beginning of the book, it it basically tells you to forget about your 12-month year. Like that doesn't exist anymore.
Hmm.
So this whole thing of starting fresh on New Year, just it's useless. Just forget about it.
Right, but everybody is mentally that way. January 1st, let's
Always.
reset. Right? It's
Yeah.
just us. I mean, we're trained as kids. Oh, January 1st, yay, new year. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I get it. Go ahead.
No, it's the exact same thing. And also, if it's a Monday, even better. I'll start my diet on Monday.
Yeah,
Just go crazy over the weekend, and we'll start again on Monday. But people, well, I don't know. Maybe the market's the same over there in the sense that business may also drop in January, Christmas time, like things dip a little bit.
sure. Sure.
If you can, if you have it within you to stop that from happening just by doing your business planning, and I do this because I think a lot of people sit down to do business planning and they basically sit down and write on a piece of paper how much they want to sell.
Hmm.
And they're like, okay, I'm done. That's my business
You're right.
plan.
I agree.
Yeah. So if they were to do it before and they can have a better January, whereas usually it's pretty shit, well, why would you not want to? And then if you could just repeat that multiple times throughout the year, maybe because you can business plan um for the 1st of January or like first week of January or whatever. And if it doesn't work, then you have to reset and do it again, change whatever needs fixed and whatever. But if you've already done that before the 1st of January, you come into the new year with something solid that's already worked and tested and tried. So I don't know. I don't think the date should affect anyone's business planning whatsoever. It should just be a continuous thing throughout all of the year. And that's definitely something that I would hold on to from the 12-week year book is the just forget about the 12-month thing. Not that I'm not saying do the 12-week year. I mean, you can try it, whatever. But
Right.
the concept of just forgetting about your 12-month year, just get rid of it completely. Have a new
Yep.
year every quarter, whenever,
Yep.
whatever suits you. Just forget about the whole stopping for Christmas, starting on January 1st and starting fresh. Just
Yep.
you can do that
E-
now.
Exactly. And I think the 12-week year, I think that could be almost a next step, if you will, because
Probably.
it's definitely hard to think, hey, 12 months and then to go to 12 weeks, right?
Yeah.
It's a hard shift. Now I love it and I love the book and I think it's implemented well, but again, I guess it depends on the individual, right?
Yeah.
Who is, who's willing to grasp the 12-week year and to start it, aka today, and run 12 weeks and then regroup it. Um, I don't know if everybody has that, but that's where it's like I want to start, and really with the production level of where I'm coming from, like to plan in September, and I've got something I want to add to that, like when you did the quotes because it was perfect. Um,
Okay.
when to start it in September, I want those who aren't producing or selling less than two homes, to say, all right, those are the really my target to say, let's implement now and let's get going, right? Um, like you said with the business planning and quotes, I agree 100% with you. You can't just write it down and say, I'm done. The biggest thing is you've got to take action, take massive action nonetheless, right? And that's why we want to do this in September so you can take massive action in October, November, December and
Mhm.
take off your January, February, March because you'll get that momentum. And just like you said, yes, it's going to die around the holidays and around Christmas and stuff. I get it. But if you're able to stay time on task, consistent with what you're doing, whether you're making calls or going after open houses or doing mailers or whatever your marketing strategy is, if you're staying consistent during that time, and then if you don't have the connections, which is okay, you could work on your business and say, man, maybe I need to set up an email campaign, a text campaign. Maybe I need to do this. And that's what that time in those 3 months in Q4 can do where you can shift. And yes, you may be slow, but you're putting in the work and you're taking 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a day to go after clients in
Yeah.
whatever manner you desire.
Yeah.
And now you're committed for a 4 hour block. That's hitting that. Then for the rest of your 4 hour day in real estate for your full 8 hours, work on it. Is it your CRM? How are you going to move that needle? What do you need in that instance? But taking action is got to happen. And that's where I want to do this. So that way we as leaders can hold them accountable. Are you taking action? And
Yeah.
if not, why? Because
Mhm.
that's why this is how it's designed. So,
Yeah, definitely. I think most people have a huge I don't know, they have like a huge mental block maybe. Or maybe it's just a lack of discipline. Um
it could be both. Yeah.
yeah, that it's and I think getting into kind of what you said as well. I think a lot of people may actually do the planning as well because they enjoy the organization part of it because when you organize your brain loves it. and it makes you feel super productive because it is productive if you do something with it. So a lot of people actually maybe do the business planning. I've been guilty of this before. That's why I'm mentioning it. Really good at the planning side of things. And I spent so long building up this business plan and getting it down to the strategies and the tactics and what I need to do every day, and maybe even like time blocking and all the rest of it, and getting it all organized. And then I just leave it there and then do whatever I want. It's like
Sure. Most
it
everybody.
made me feel good having it organized, but I'm not actually doing anything with it. So you've got those people that won't do anything. They won't organize and they won't take action. And then you've got those that take action but aren't organized, which I actually know some really great agents that make a lot of money this way, but there's no structure or systems to it, and it's just not scalable at all. And then there are those that organize and then don't do anything, which is where I've been before. Well, and then you've got the last group, which is people that do organize and they do take action, and then they're the good ones. But
Yeah.
it's I don't know if it comes down to discipline of just it's kind of I think it's discipline of installing a new habit. So in the example that you gave of 4 hours a day doing like client focused activities, that needs to become a habit. And for it to become a habit, you need to have the discipline to take action on doing that every single day, just like you do getting up and brushing your teeth and taking a shower every single morning. You don't even think about it anymore. If your 4 hour generating new client work every day becomes automatic like that, well, I think you'd have a pretty good business. And that's probably where a lot of people fall off on the business planning side of things.
No, I totally agree.
Definitely.
And it is, you got to plug in and um, put those things in front of you. When you were talking, would it help? Like, you take that business plan, you tuck it away, and you don't look at it again. I'm guilty as well. Um, can you hear me all right? Oh, there he is.
Sorry.
There he is.
No, I'm gonna freeze again. I'm gonna freeze again.
Smile.
Dude, my
Back.
Wi-Fi is all over the place. Yeah, but it's not on the right one.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, let's try this. I'm back.
Okay. Um, uh, sorry. Hold on. Okay,
Do you have
sorry.
coffee?
I'm trying to
I have
multitask too.
coffee.
So, huh?
Do you have coffee? Do
I already
you want
finished it.
coffee? Oh, you finished it. Nice.
I finished my coffee. Yeah, I had it. I was supposed to have an 8 o'clock meeting today, and they didn't show up. So I had that. That's my next topic. I'll tell you about my night after this. Um,
Yeah.
oh, you were going. So you were talking about, hey, we take that business plan, and we look at it once and then we set it aside, right? I get it. So, with me, like my setup, I've got my two whiteboards right above my computer
hmm
screens. So that way I can always see it's pretty much my business plan, right? I see my numbers, I see my focus, I see my goals, I see that. And then I've got my vision board over there too. So that way I could see my why. Why am I doing all this stuff? Why am I pushing hard all the time? Um, so it's right there. So that way I can see it. And
Yeah.
I literally put it right over my computer screen so it's in my vision constantly. And if I'm focused on a computer, cool, but I could look up and there they are, right?
Yeah.
Would something like that help you, Ian, as an agent, or even other agents to do something like this, or even to take that that piece of paper to say, hey, here's my business plan and tape it on the wall,
Yeah.
tape it on the door, tape it on a mirror, maybe and do that for maybe 30 days, maybe 60 days,
Whatever it
you know?
takes.
And even if you do a business plan and let's say it's 3 pages long, whatever. scan it, run it through ChatGPT or Claude AI, and say summarize this to a one-page document where it bullet points what I need to focus on over the next 3 to 6 months, 12 months,
Yeah.
whatever. Or have it break it down into all what I need to focus on 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months so I could sell X amount of homes in the next
Yeah.
12 months. Um, that way you could take that one piece and then put it anywhere and everywhere. It sounds silly, right? I've heard this so many times about, posts and stuff, and it sounds silly, but we have to have reminders. And the only true person that's going to hold you accountable is you. You could hire a coach, you could have sponsors, you could have mentors, you could have team leaders, you could have managing brokers, country leaders, you could have everybody in the world. But at the end of the day, it relies on you. And so that's where that's where this whole mindset is like, let's start, keep it basic and dominate, and then
Yeah.
help everybody execute. Because we could go to 10,000 classes and learn and learn and learn and learn, but if we don't execute, we don't get money, right?
Worthless.
Yeah, it's all worthless, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I want to have these agents execute. So that's my game plan. So um that's all like that. That's all I got. If you want to add to it, cool. If not, we could switch topics.
Well, just the last thing I would say is kind of bring it back to what you were speaking about at the beginning is you don't have to do this by yourself. And I would not be afraid, ashamed, embarrassed, or just shy about doing this with someone else because I think it's so common that people fail on this that there are a whole bunch of people that would be happy to work with you in holding each other accountable. So if you guys are going to start doing group business planning sessions, I think that's huge. And anyone that's watching this that might need the help, just reach out. I mean, what have you got to lose? If you're already doing something that's not working and you don't know what to do, then what are you going to do? Just carry on and
Mhm.
drop out of business in 2 years? I don't know. So don't be afraid. Just reach out and we can help. I would love to do it with someone else. I'm not alone in this.
Right.
In fact, I bet that very few successful people are. So that's it. Just know that the support's there. If you want it and if you're willing, you can find it and you can do it with other people. So yeah, what else you got?
I was thinking, I always think about what we could talk about, right? It's always on my mind, especially as it comes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm kind of summarizing the week, what's going on. This week, I think a lot of us we see change happening, in businesses. But this week I saw a lot of downs, and it was just kind of that way of real estate. And what I
Yeah,
mean by that, like a lot of losses. Um,
right.
I personally, people canceled meetings with me, didn't show. I know another agent went to go take her real estate exam, didn't pass. Um,
No,
one of our agents, he was supposed to have a closing yesterday and didn't. So battling that stuff. So there was a lot of stuff out there that was creating others to build better and build stronger, and that's real estate. Real estate, it's not always going to be high level, everything's butterflies and rainbows, right? You're going to hit these dips and you've got to persevere. You've got to push yourself through these times and be okay with it and think, hey, it's only 1 week out of 52, right? Just 1 week. It's okay. We've
yeah,
got 51 other weeks to make this better. So
that's true.
if you're hearing this and yeah, and you've had a tough week like I've witnessed this week, I've had a up and down week, then you push yourself. It's one of those where you got to dig deep, and especially, I know you guys out in Spain too, where you're hitting that downtime of August and everybody's taking that time off. That's a big dip, right? So what are the agents doing? What are they doing to keep positive, rethink about business, get reinvented, get re-involved? What is all that stuff? So that's where it's like, all right, cool. You take that dip and then push yourself higher and better and become better. So that's really what I've been seeing this week.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. I think I don't know. I'm seeing with my most productive agents, there's a kind of mix. So there's some of them that are still very productive. I don't know what it is, but the agents that are always super busy and have lots of work always have lots of work and are always very busy. So
Hmm.
they're the kind of agents that yeah, they can afford like a week or two off holidays. Some of them take a month because they can. But they know as soon as they get back to it, boom, they're going to be working like 12-hour days because they've got the work and they can get the work. So the really good agents are always like that. But I don't know, these past few weeks, my most productive ones, I have them like split into two groups. So you've got that group that's um always productive and they're still selling homes, even if they're just like got their foot like half on the gas, half on the pet on the brake kind of thing.
Hmm.
They are still trying to take some time off. And then the other half is their sales have dropped a lot. I've noticed it big time with the rev share this year. I know there's been a bunch of shifts in the market as well. But yeah, it's been a strange, I don't know, I would say like a strange t- 2 months, the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Sales wise, like even those that are usually selling a lot more homes they're not struggling, but there's a difference to
Yeah.
last year
No,
and the year
well,
before.
I mean, and I think that's everywhere. I mean, I'm down this year too,
Yeah, yeah,
in sales. So, but that's where we want to dive in because just like you and I and even Birgit, we've all been there and we've hit that wall where, hey, the income starts slowing down, the economy is what it is, the
yeah,
real estate market is what it is. So we've all hit that. And so if we're hitting that, all of our other agents are hitting that. So that's where
yeah, of
we got to
course.
go back and reinvest in them and say, hey, how are you mentally? What do you need? How can we help you plug in and become better? And that's where I really get excited again. And I'm going to go back to this is that September business plan
Yeah,
because of this year. This year has been wonky and it's been wonky for so many agents all around the world. So why not grab the bull by the horns, regroup and take it into the new year and say, hey, let's still plug into this year, but let's focus on next. And we've got to revisit with those agents, and that will help us in our next 6 months, so that
hmm
rev share gets back up. And these guys and gals are producing, they're providing for their families, they're having fun, they're back on track. So that's the goal with leadership is, hey, let's
definitely.
see. And even if you could, Ian, if you could reach out to the all your agents and you could just do this on an email, a mass email, um, and say, hey guys, give me one or two things that you need to work on right now, something to that effect. And just say we need your feedback,
Yeah,
and tell them I'm interested too because I want to focus on what they need. Do they need more leads? Do they need ideas? Do they need strategies? Do they need systems? Do they need a CRM? What are these agents needing right now in a time? And if they don't know, then we got to help them discover that, right?
exactly. If they don't know, that's a problem.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then so that's where we have to go backwards on that and say, all right, hey, you're not sure. That's okay. We're not here to beat you up, but we need to figure out that first step so we could get you to that next level. So if you could let me know, early next week if what results you can. Um, I know we're heading into the weekend, so it might be tough, but yeah, just let them know we want to know ASAP.
Yeah, no, I'll let them know. I think that it's a really good idea getting into this business planning thing for September. Again, it's like it's people have had their summer reset. So if people go away, their expectation is to come back revitalized and ready to go. They've been to Mexico and they've been on the beach drinking cocktails for like a week or 2 weeks or however many, however much time people usually take off. I don't know. And then they're back to it in September. September, um, it's time to put on your game face and get some more results. I think business planning in September is probably the best thing that most people can do, and I think it's a really, really great idea that you've come up with this initiative. So yeah, I'll handle those that are open to help on this side here in Spain, of course, definitely. And feedback is always good for leaders,
Mhm.
always. Probably one of our most important aspects of leadership is feedback,
Yeah.
knowing what the people actually really need and want. It's huge.
Yep. No, I agreed. I mean, it's yeah, the given, what do you need? I ask that a lot to a lot of people. So
Yep,
that's good.
cool. Nice.
You're nice.
You want to tell me about last night?
Hey, baby. Um, so yeah, so last night, so my dog was up all night, kept me up. So I haven't gotten very good sleep. And so supposed to have an 8 o'clock meeting today. Got in the shower about 7:30 and I was like, all right. Once the shower hit, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go, right? Grab
Yeah,
my coffee, 8 o'clock didn't show. I said, all right, that's okay. I've got other things I could start working on. So I start going to town, the XYZ. And my phone just continues to blow up. And I feel like somebody's just behind me doing this. That's that's how I feel. And right now, it just hit me like I'm really tired.
yeah, yeah.
And it's 9:45 in the morning. And I'm just like,
Of
oh, like it's tough. My dog's older, and she's just, and I worry about it,
course.
because I don't know, yeah, I don't know when it stops, where I'm going. I'm trying
Yeah,
to, like, I know the kids could hear me, so I'm trying to
right.
not
Gotcha.
not say too much.
Don't worry.
And so yeah, and so I was just up, and yeah, and it just hit me, and my phone continues to blow up right now. And it's just like boom, 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 and I'm like, whew. Because I know once I stop today, I'm gonna hit a wall, and I'm just gonna
This
be,
is gonna be a wall. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I know it, and I've got so much to do today. So, um,
Oh,
and again, it just ties in with the week, where you've got to push yourself, you gotta pick yourself up better and stronger, and say, all right, hey, let me just do the best I can, and get to things as I could get to things. Um, that's because I've got like meeting after meeting after meeting, and then people are like, "Oh, can you do this? Can you do this?" I'm like, "Well, not till after about 12:30. I
right.
gotta eat. I gotta eat. I got and the kids are here, so
Of course.
it's a lot to juggle.
Well,
But again, we could do it.
if there's one thing that I learned when I was in army training, did you know I was in I trained in the army? I don't know
I
if I
did
yeah.
not.
Oh,
No.
oh shit. Okay. Well, that's a hot for another time, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's that nothing can beat the power of exhaustion and tiredness. When you get to a point where you're so tired and so exhausted, there's nothing you can do to get over it. It's like the only thing that will completely run you down, and there's nothing you can do against it. You're like a deer in the headlights of a massive truck coming right towards you on the highway or something. It's so when your body's telling you that you need to rest because there's nothing that you can do to get over it. I remember because specifically in army training, we would go out into the field for like 3, 4 nights and stuff, and we would purposely not sleep because that's how they train us. And weird things just start happening when you get to that level of exhaustion. And like people are like just standing up and they're sleeping, just like stood upright. And people are like bent over, like they've been on fentanyl or something, and they're just sleeping because of the exhaustion.
Right.
And when you're there at that point, people can be talking to you and trying to explain something. And if you're trying to help someone through, I mean, not that in real estate we get to that levels of exhaustion, but it doesn't matter. Even smaller levels can still affect your productivity and your clarity. And then something important might come up. You might not, but it might. And you're not going to be ready for it because you're tired.
Yeah.
So get all your stuff done today and then just shut down for the night when you can. If your dog will let you.
Right. That is the wild card. That is a wild card. Until then, more coffee. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. More coffee. Well, I hope
Uh,
your day's productive from here on out anyway.
well, thank
Uh,
you.
you'll get it done. You'll
Thank
find a
you,
way.
brother.
Or
I appreciate you the push, and man, I appreciate you. I know um your feet are killing you. You're tired too. Um,
yeah.
but just keep that good attitude. That's gonna conquer all. And when your feet hurt,
Well,
ask Trini to give you a foot massage.
yeah. I don't like people touching my feet and I hate feet,
Oh, you
so
don't? All right.
nah, I absolutely hate feet. Like she'll piss me off by putting her feet in my face. I'm like, get that out of here. And like, I just do not like feet. I don't know. I'm not a feet person at all.
Great. Add that to
So
the, I'm adding that to my Ian Rolodex right there. Army and no feet. So I've added two amazing pieces of Ian Maine today.
yeah. Yeah, well, after 5 years you start learning things about people, so
Right.
cool, man.
I love it. Well, all right. Well, then go back to the beach and go soak your feet in the ocean.
Now I gotta get ready for work. I start at
Oh, get ready for
5:10,
work
man.
then. All right. Well,
I
double
start in like
socks
an
and
hour.
get some better shoes or insoles or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to do something about that because I'm
All
getting
right.
blisters.
Well, hey,
Horrible.
brother, always a pleasure. Great seeing you. Keep it up. I know you're grinding hard. So,
We'll get through it.
I want you to look back at this in 3 months and being like, man, I did it. And, I got us back on track and maybe ahead. And, now you're ready to focus and dominate even more. So,
That's it.
ladies and gentlemen, if Ian could do it, so can you. So stay strong in everything you guys do. And appreciate y'all watching. Ian, great to see you, buddy.
Likewise. Thank you, Jason. Take it
See ya.
easy.
You should just ask, just stay. Just ask, just stay. You should just ask, just stay. Just ask, just stay. You should just ask, just stay.